Hello guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna do a quick review on these two portable emergency hand crank radios that I purchased. The reason I ended up purchasing, I purchased this one first, the Grundig FR200, and the reason I ended up purchasing it is because I think I talked about this on one of my videos. Um, and hopefully I'll do this quick because the light's going down. Um, where I used to live up in Indy, there was a storm once, power went out, and there was no, I didn't have a flashlight, I didn't have candles, anything like that. So a few weeks back, I started thinking maybe I should get a radio just in case, something does happen. Um, so anyways, I ended up purchasing a Grundig emergency radio. It's got AM, FM, shortwave, uh, flashlight, and it's also got a crank radio, so you can crank it, and you can listen to the radio, or when you can use a flashlight when you crank it. So I ended up purchasing this one first. So after a while, um, I have purchased this one, and I've had it for about 2 months, and then I got this one as a gift. Um, so I want to do a quick review on these two. Um, and right now I'm thinking of selling one of these. So if you guys have if you're interested, let me know. I'm still not sure which one I want to keep. So um, let's get started. Both of these came with a little case like so. And then those are the little magnets, and they fit on there like that. Plain and simple case. And then what I ended up doing is I ended up purchasing an extra battery off of eBay. It was like $5. You can, you know, that prep saying goes: one is none, two is one, and three is two. So I ended up purchasing an extra one. It was cheap. I tested it out. It works great with both of these, by the way. This battery, and I don't well. Maybe if I show you guys, maybe you guys can. Oops, sorry about that. That's what it says. Focus. I don't think it's gonna focus, guys. It's yeah, it doesn't have a name. But anyways, you can find it on eBay. Just type your radio FR200 battery, or this one, which is the other one. This one, which is the Eaton FR250, and then just put battery, and then it looks just like this. So that's it. Both of these come with a case. Nothing special about it. Actually, both of them I bought them brand new. And on this one, I ended up getting a deal out of it because um, it was used on Amazon. They were going for like 150, 200. Um, some of them on eBay go for over $100. I ended up purchasing it for 60 with shipping and everything. It came around 60, so I was pretty happy about it. I really like it. It's an awesome radio. This one I've had for this one I've had for 3 weeks, and I also like it. It's a great radio. I love it. So let's get started. Oh, and by the way, both of them I purchased brand new. I don't know if I mentioned that. And adjust this. All right. This one, the FR250, it came with the rechargeable connectors, so you can charge your cell phone. This one does not have one, or did not come with one, but it was brand new too. Um, so I don't know if they send them out with all these. So you have this connects to the back of the radio, and then you have all these adapters, and then that's the other end. Then you got the ones for your iPhone, like so, and then you pretty much plug this to this right here, and then connect that to your phone, connect this to the radio, and then crank it, and then that powers your cell phone. I don't know if I'll keep this. If I do sell it, I'll sell it for cheap. Um, but I might keep these. I have the HTC One, I believe it's called, the new one, and none of these work with it. So I don't know if I'll keep it. But maybe. And by the way, this is my Glock. I always keep it on my table. And I never keep one on the chamber, by the way. But anyways, so if you come across people and somebody says, "Hey, I need to charge my cell phone," power goes out. Um, you can be kind enough to kind of maybe charge it for him or her. Um, who knows? There's a lot of possibilities. You got this type of connector, and I don't know what this is. I think this is for the iPhone. This another one. It's a much smaller one, and then you have this one. I have no idea what that is for. And you have this style right here. I don't know what that's for. And then you have something like this. I don't know what that's for neither. And there's another one like that. That's it. Oh, and then you got the one I showed you guys. This one, which I think it's also for the iPhone. And then you have your cable that connects to the radio, and that's a battery. So, anyways, so one of the things you'll notice first is that they're shortwave radios, and the reason I ended up going with a shortwave radio is because, sorry guys, I'm itchy. I just got off the gym, and I'm itchy as mother badger. So both of these are hand crank, and both of them are AM, FM, and shortwave. So the reason I went with shortwave is because shortwave to me is a way to communicate outside of the U.S. or to listen to communications outside the U.S. Okay, so something happens in the U.S., communication goes out. Okay, uh, like electricity. Radio stations run off electricity. There's no electricity. There's no radio stations. So the only other possible way of communication is to listen to uh, radio stations that across the world that might be communicating events that are happening in the U.S. Um, okay, so shortwave is an awesome radio. Let's see, I got about 45 minutes before the sun goes down. So both of them have brand new batteries I just put on. This one, flashlight. Okay, this one, the FR200. This is a Grundig, Grundig, FR250. This is the Eaton FR250. So 200, 250, 200, 250. Okay, so this one only has a flashlight. Okay, this one on the other hand has a flashlight and has a flash mode, and hopefully you guys can see this. On this one, the bottom two, I'm sorry, the top two are the light, and I know you guys can see that. The bottom one, the bottom light bulb, is the flashing. The other thing, you might want to turn the volume down here because I'm going to turn the siren on. Alright, so it's pretty freaking loud. That's a siren on that one. Alright, let's see. This one only has a flashlight, doesn't have the siren, it doesn't have the flash mode. It's actually a little bit shorter than this one. You know, if you guys look at the height, this one is maybe half, not even half an inch, like a quarter of an inch taller. Width, um, they're about the same. Maybe this one's a little bit bigger, but not, I mean, just barely. Both of these have a little handle right here, nice and sturdy. So you can carry this, hang it uh, around the campsite. Um, Great little radio. Um, let's see. I'm gonna turn the volume down on both of these, and I'm gonna turn the dynamo on this one. I don't think. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so on the Grundig FR200, if you put it on the dynamo and turn the flashlight on, the flashlight is using the battery power. It's not using the energy one, um, which I'm not sure why. Um, but if you take out the batteries and use dynamo and then turn the flashlight on, then the flashlight runs off the dynamo. So it's kind of weird how it's set up. So, you know, around on this again, if you put dynamo and it's got batteries and you turn the flashlight on, it's going to run the flashlight off the batteries. If you take the batteries off, put it on dyno or the dynamo, turn the flashlight on, it's going to run off the dynamo. So it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's not a big of a deal. Alright, so before I go on, both of the antennas are on the back. Alright. AM on this one is 530 to 1710 kilohertz. AM on this, did I say AM? AM is 530 to 1710 or 1710 kilohertz. AM on this is 530 to 100 or 1710 kilohertz. So the same, they're both the same. FM is 88 to 108 kilohertz. Both of them are the same. Now this is where it gets kind of, I don't want to say tricky, but this one is shortwave radio. Okay, this one right here, the Grundig FR200. And this one, the Eaton FR250, also has shortwave. The FR200 goes from 3.2 kilohertz to 22. I'm sorry, yeah, 3.2 kilohertz or megahertz. Sorry, megahertz to 22 megahertz. Okay, this one over here, the Eaton FR250, goes from 595 megahertz to 17.9 megahertz. So the Grundig FR200 has a much wider range on the shortwave than the Eaton FR250. Is that a big deal? To me, not really. You know, 5.95 and 3.2, so you're missing what, a few kilohertz, and then 17.9 to 22, you're missing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're missing what, 4.10 megahertz. So this one might, you know, gets a much wider range on the shortwave. Both made in China. Now, if you guys notice these right here, these are your earbuds, and this is your your DC 4.5 volt to charge stuff. Okay, this one right here is your earphone to charge stuff. The top one is to charge your stuff, and then the bottom, or sorry, this is what your phone charger, and then this one's 5 volt DC in, so this is to charge your batteries or the backup battery. If you open this up, there's the emergency battery or the backup battery. that runs off the dynamo. So when you crank it, it powers this up. It runs off 3 AA batteries. Same on this one. There's your backup battery, and then your 3 AA's. Both of these have the same antenna. All the way up. And believe it or not, they're both, well, this one is about 1 inch taller than this one. Both of them have the same type of crank. Okay. I'll try this on the side. I have no idea what that was. They're pretty much identical. I mean, even down to this right here, they're identical. They have the same flashlight mode, or the little thing right here, except this one's on the back, the little light bulb. I don't know if you guys can see that on the back, and then this one's on the front. And let's see, they're on dyno. So it lights up when you start cranking. All right, both of them do. So I'm not gonna run the dynamo. I'm gonna use the batteries. But you can run the dynamo of both of these. One thing that I noticed on this one, I don't know if you guys can see this, it says coin open right here. So I guess it's to open with a coin. I never used it. I never opened it. I never messed with it. Alright, so this one, the Grundig FR200, is very simple. I don't know if I can make this focus any better. No, I don't think so. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. So if you guys notice, you got your AM. Oh, there we go. AM at the top. Oh, I'm sorry, FM at the top. AM, the second one, and then you got a shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. Okay. That's the Eaton FR200. The I'm sorry, the Grundig FR200. This is the Eaton FR250. I don't think it'll go any higher. Nope. There we go. So you notice that on this one, it actually has multiple lines compared to the other one. So at the top is your FM, bottom is your AM, and then you got shortwave 1 all the way down to 7. Then you got your megahertz. And I don't know if it's a typo on the back or what, but this one says that it goes to 18.10 megahertz. On the back it said 17.1, right? Or 17.9, sorry. But here in front says 18.1. I don't know if it's a big deal or not. So anyways, and then you got, come on, focus. There we go. Let's see. You got your buttons. You got FM at the far right, AM in the middle, and then shortwave. You know, this button right here looks very flimsy. I don't like it. And then you got your thing on the side for off. The middle one is your dynamo, and then the top one is your battery. Same thing. This is a little flimsy. And then you got your light off, light, and then your flash, or I'm sorry, your got your flash, and then you got your siren over here, and then you got your button down here to choose which shortwave you want to use. So real quick, we're gonna do FM. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention: both of them, have a second knob. So if you turn the one that's outside, it's for fine tuning. Okay, so you can turn and look at the gauge. Um, it's for fine tuning. And then this top one you can also spin to kind of move faster. And then if you spin the tiny one, you move slower. So this is for tuning your radio. If you find, I'll show you guys here in a second. All right, we're gonna go to radio, FM. One of the radio stations I like to listen to is 93.1 because they pretty much talk about news all the time. I'm a news junkie. Also, I don't know if you guys, maybe I can lower this down. The volume knob on this one, it's kind of messed up because see, it's on right now. All right, so right now it's all the way to the bottom. So the volume kind of kicks off late. So this thing's, I don't know why it was made like that. All right. So let's say I like to listen to that song, right? Instead of using the big one, I use the little one. And that's for fine tuning. Okay. All right. So we're like at 90. Alright guys, let me pause this. I'll be right back. Make the second part of this. Next I'm going to do the same one on this one, on the FR200, and see if we can find the same station, and then we'll do shortwave on all of these. So stay tuned. I gotta go check my